Boss rush 460 day 6. I'm starting inside the boss this time because I have to keep re-rolling until I get a decent anomaly on this one. So, no attack is ideal. Under 90-ish I can handle if it's got a low enough health anomaly on the greens. But going for no attack anomaly on greens is actually ideal. So we're going to taunt 1. And if he uses the 1 speed here, I just... I don't do a bounce. So you'll see how those turns go here in a minute. But I recommend no one actually attempts to beat this with this strategy. It's slow, and the first boss is pretty slow. You have to do some rerolls to get okay anomalies. And then on top of that, you have to hit exactly artillery strike on your artillery strike mercenary, and you can only bring 1. So with that requirement alone, it makes it so that you should probably just run this with Celestials if you're going to run it. But the better strategy than both of those is to just go farm day 5, because the day 5 farm is great. And just doing all this for a green checkmark that goes away on Tuesday is not really a good use of your time. But I'm doing it anyway just because I think I've got the strategy figured out now, and I don't care about the checkmark, but I do care that I farmed Gar an insane amount last week, and I feel like I'm strong enough going into 500. So I'm just messing around basically instead, as I'm bored of farming. But I've got this fight down pretty much to a science as well, just from having to repeat it enough times. The turns get a bit faster once you don't have to bounce as frequently, and it's a lot faster if he would quit. If he would just use this 1 speed and not keep spamming the 8 speed, then we'll be able to just shoot him some more. I'm gonna go ahead and do 1 more bounce actually. We need to kill this guy off so that we can get this bird out. And you want your setup here is to try to get a board state where you have a bounce available, and then you have 1 of each of these 3 summons. You can't afford to have multiple birds. You need the water elemental, but you can't afford to have 2, and you need the counter ward as well. So now we're just trying to ramp and do damage and kill off. We're gonna focus down 1 of the ads, then focus down the other ad. Okay, so we just focus this guy. And you want to ramp every chance you get. And I could health buff Water Elemental here if Grimstone's attack were lower. But because it's so high, if he ever uses the 8 speed, I'm going to lose this elemental no matter what. So there's no point trying to get his health up right now. And he did use the 8 speed, which is unfortunate. If he does the 8 speed too many times in a row, I could end up running out of resources to deal with it. No point in taunting, no point in birding. And as these guys get lower, you want to pay attention to their anomaly value as well. If their health goes below the anomaly value and they don't die and then you bounce, they'll heal back to the anomaly. So sometimes it can be better to put some of this damage on the other target. Oh, I was supposed to taunt Bonsomdi here to protect the bird. We were fortunate enough that those didn't hit the bird. We don't care about the ward either. So this outcome is fine, but I should have taunted Bonsomdi there. When they have no attack buffs, you can kind of let them through, and it's fine. So we got some more damage out of it that way, but it ended up being healed back anyway because of the anomaly like I was just talking about. Okay, let's see. So this does 220 or 220, 328. So we don't have a bounce here, so at this point I think we're buffing this. And some ramp. Now we're really hoping for 1 speeds out of Brimstone here, because he's used multiple 8 speeds already, and we need a bounce for him to 8 speed. Okay, so if this was an 8 speed this turn, we would have been in trouble because there's no bounce. That's going to go over there. That's one of the only ways that you end up losing this fight when you get a decent anomaly, is when he just spams the 8 speed. Man, he is just being a jerk. So this is another case where I should probably taunt Bonsomdi. Now if he uses the 8 speed this next turn, we're going to have to lose our water elemental with no bounce available, and it's going to be a lot slower to kill Grunstone. So fingers crossed for a 1 speed here. He's used so many 8 speeds this run. Oh, actually, it doesn't matter. He's frozen. What am I thinking? Of course. So this will do... So let's see. Just need to finish this guy off. This is going to do 340, 50... or 72. So we just gotta put everything. We don't have to freeze. Okay, we managed to get through with our elemental alive, so now just nuke with Bonsomdi whenever we don't have bounce, and then we do a freeze bounce when we do. So now we just have to hit Artillery Strike, and then beat the last boss. And I'm just going to focus on playing for the rest of this, and then maybe I'll talk about the comp a little bit at the end. Alright, we finally hit the Artillery Strike. This took me quite a few runs to get the Artillery Strike. I don't think you want Stolen Invitation here. I don't even know why that healing conversion to damage treasure exists. It's a very strange design choice. There's so few abilities that it would even do anything on. No one except for Artillery Strike. I don't want those summons to clog up my board. Maybe this Kona Cold's useful, but probably not. If I mess up somehow, I might make use of it. So these barrels stay alive here. So to deal with that, we like to go... Do you take me for an ordinary mage? Previously I'd thrown out Khadgar here, but... He did Medivh.
Fate waits for none of us.
And has to give me options with the taunt. The 5-speed swing from Moira. Some big anomalies. Okay, so we want these things out of the way, and they do 62 hour, which is fine. So part of the setup here is creating a situation where you can get the counter ward into play. The board's clogged. Okay, and then this turn, and it here. So can we use Hook Tusk? See a Sinister Strike. We don't use Hook Tusk. What am I thinking? This. I want Blansamdi.
I think your time is of the essence.
Okay, so the 9 speed is the worst one here, but you can just let the counter ward counter it and then refreeze Tharisen and deal with it the next turn. It delays the whole process, but it should work fine. But we're gonna bounce because we need a counter. And then this Sinister Strike is currently hitting this Arcane Ward, which is fine. We don't care about ramping or doing damage. I don't think buffing health on anything matters. I don't really want an extra summon, so we don't really need to do. Don't want to change the target of this. So I'll just do this, but she'll still hit that ward. Okay, so now we can all realities. Still gonna want Buon. And if she 9 speeds, we need to keep Malchezaar alive, so we can't go on a 9-speed turn. But is Medivh or Belinda a better option for that? Let's see, if she center strikes, if she 5 speeds, we need the taunt. Yeah, if she 5 speeds, we have to have.
Shatter into oblivion.
Sinister Strike. So we all realities, counter, bounce. None of this should matter. Shoot at her. Countered ourselves, and she's gonna hit. She's gonna get new 5 speed. It takes so long to get here. It's good to be cautious. 10,841 damage. All realities, and it's very important that she dies here because she'll heal back to her anomaly value if she doesn't die the same turn, and you bounce. Okay, and now, obviously, we're gonna need an all realities. I guess we'll just bring Buon. Let's see, we have to do a Hook Tusk. We have this elemental, so we can use it to do like a freeze bounce if we wanted to just stall forever until we're ready. So let's just do that.
I think your time is good.
If I like messed something up, I've got a mulligan. Okay, so I can either turn him blue at this, or I can turnabout strike him. Oh, so we don't have the counter ward, so we actually can't stall infinitely. So I am going to have to do this bounce next turn. I guess we might as well start doing this instead of... I was thinking I was going to turnabout him. Or no, we can do that and get the counter ward now. So let's just turn him blue. It just feels wrong to just kill something off this stage, but the right play. Okay, and then for the kill, I think we're going to... Oh, we want to use him. So I actually want to kill this elemental off. And I'm actually going to manipulate some HP values as well. Because this is always going to hit highest health. So right now, that's Medivh, Somdi. Okay, so then we nuke him. Okay, and now, highest health enemy is one Somdi. So we just this, and that should be it. Because he will, so we'll counter ourselves, he'll cast the Binding Contract, all realities, this activates all realities, goes to 5 HP, kills one Somdi kills. very complicated setup with a lot of weird things, but hey, it works. So definitely not worth it for this amount of renown, but hey, got our check mark. So just to go back over the comp real quick, it's all standard equipment here, so Arena Contender, Water Elemental, Counter Ward. We're using Prop Knife, just don't use this one here. This shouldn't matter otherwise, because as you saw, we just turnabout struck. I almost forgot about that and tried to cutthroat him, but we were always planning to turnabout strike there. Using Parrying Blade, and then I'm just using Ship Spell, but this shouldn't be relevant. I don't really have her in combat. So there you have it. But don't do this. Just go run it with Celestials or go farm day 5. Day 5 is much better. And that's this comp, either just whatever your lowest health taunt is here that's smaller than these guys. And you can go watch the other video for about that. Good luck.